What's going on, everybody? It's Vaaraiant and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at a deck that is back resurging in today's meta. So let's not dwell on too long and start with the Pokemon. Of course, we're talking about the Charizard EX. So starting off the deck list are 3 Charmanders, and we play 2 Blazing Destruction and 1 Heat Tackle Charmander. And why is that? Because this comes really handy in plenty of situations where you can attack for 30 or possibly 60 with a Defiance band for only 1 energy. So that's not too bad to have as an option. And then moving on, of course, to the evolution Pokemon, in this case Charmeleon. Of course, we play the Flare Veil Charmeleon. You wouldn't want to play any other in your Charizard EX deck. And then, of course, to the big boy in question, Charizard EX. We only play 3 copies. A lot of decks play 2 copies, and I'm not too fond of that. I prefer 3 just for consistency, because in the rare case that you prize 2, well, you can basically concede the game and go to the next one. And helping you win games, not concede, is of course the Radiant Charizard.
And a quick shout out to Matz Accessories for providing us with amazing playmats. And if you want to order one for yourself, make sure to visit matzaccessories.com and use promo code VAAR20 for 20% discount in the card. It is VAAR20 for 20% discount. Now let's get back to the video.
It's a pretty dope card and it's pretty self-explanatory. The more your opponent takes prizes, the more you can punish him with that card. And now moving on to the support Pokemon. Oops, I picked a little bit too many, but we play 2 copies of the 60 HP PG. The Call for Family PG would come handy in plenty of situations, but having only 50 HP, it's a big liability to have on your field. And then, of course, you rare candy into PG.EX to basically allow yourself to pick up literally any card every turn that you want. And then, of course, Charizard is always paired with something spicy, and we have a line of the ghosts. We play 2 Duskull just to set up, of course. Then we play 1 Dusclops and 1 Dusknoir, and you don't really focus on that too much in this deck, but you can do a lot of cool stuff. Plus, the stall becomes quite a favorable matchup, to be honest. And then, of course, we have Rotom V, Lumineon V, and Pheasantipede EX, basically the staple supporter cards in any stage 2 deck, basically, you could say. And then moving on to the supporters. We play 4 copies of Arven just for pure consistency. You've been able to get that, for example, rare candy for a Seal Stone, or, you know, it comes handy a lot of times when you need a Defiance band as well. So Arven is a really great supporter for this deck. And then moving on, we play 2 copies of Iono just so that we can maybe reset our bricked hand, or, you know, disrupt the opponent when they've taken a little too many prizes and have a little bit too big of a hand. And then, of course, 2 bosses orders, because we want to boss around what we want to take out. And then we come to the basically techs in the deck. We play 1 copy of Professor Turo. Now I need to move this a little bit to the side. We play 1 copy of Thornton, just, you know, to be able to take out the liabilities like Lumineon or Rotom, and, you know, transform them into a Duskull or Charmander, or maybe a PG even, is really handy. And then, of course, we have a Terra Pokemon that is the brute force in our deck, so why not play Briar to guarantee ourselves a 1 prize card more. And then, of course, we need to get all those Pokemon into play. And now moving on to the items, we play 4 copies of Buddy Puffin, because we really need to get our baby Pokemon out. And then next up, we play 3 copies of Nest Ball. Again, we need to get the Pheasantipede out, the Rotom out, and, you know, maybe some Pokemon that we weren't able to get out with the Buddy Puffin. And then to get our big beefy Pokemon, of course, we use Ultra Ball. 3 copies of Ultra Ball. We could go for 4 copies of Ultra Ball and 2 copies of Charizard if that's your preferred choice, but I rather decided to cut 1 Ultra Ball for 1 Charizard. And then next up, we need to recover our energies and Pokemon, so we play 2 copies of Super Rod, This is pretty straightforward. And of course, it's not a stage 2 deck if you don't have 4 copies of rare candy. It's again pretty self-explanatory, so we won't dwell too long on that. Now, moving on to the other items, we have the counter catcher, and we have actually 2. We just forgot about that, and now we're basically moving on to the one-offs in the deck, which is Canceling Cologne, a Lost Vacuum, Night Stretcher, a Pile Pad, and our ace pack of choice, which is the Unfair Stamp in this case. It's really cool, really disruptive, so yeah. Then we're moving on to our tools. We play 1 Forest Sealstone and 1 Defiance Band. And then in the end we have 5 copies of Fire Energy. Of course, most of the decks play 6, but nowadays, yeah, with all the stuff that you want to have at your disposal, yeah, you cut 1 energy, and that's why you also play 2 Super Rods so that you can guarantee the energy back more easily. And that's it for the Charizard EX deck profile. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the Dragapult EX video deck profile that I did just recently on my channel. The links will be in the description, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.